All right, we're back. Yesterday I managed to get a raw div drop in a map off stream. How convenient, right? Um, but I got the one div and I made some big changes to this build, and I'll go over that in a bit. But I had plans for this league to make a surfcaster and a puppeteer. I hope they extend it. I don't know if I'll have time to do both. But basically, I bought the. Let's go in the inventory here. Somewhere here. I bought the Fairgraves Trichrome, or Tricorn, whatever the heck it is. I bought this for 1 Chaos, and then I slapped this on. I think I had to switch out this ring here for the intel. And I ran the grain gates somewhere between 30 and 50 times. I did 30 off the waypoint, and then the others I did from the other zone, which I forget right now. And I ended up getting a fishing rod in about 50 runs or less. So we got a fishing rod. I can now make a surfcaster. These are going for, I don't know, it's just whatever this is. 240 chaos all the way up to 70 divs. You could probably sell this to make some good currency, or just make the surfcaster. I do have the onslaught here helm and the movement speed 7 league step and a couple rings and stuff and some starter gear, so I could make the surfcaster. Probably start it off as Cobra Lash, and then we'll get the thing where we were cursed by the fishermen, so we get even more movement speed and attack speed. It should be able to zip through the campaign fairly quick. Minus the bosses. Bosses are a pain in the ass in this. The whole campaign is actually a pain in the ass. But I got through it, and the other changes that we did were on the Righteous Fire character here. I switched over to the Ivory Tower, and we got the Shaper's Touch. I think that was the main differences there. I did anoint this to get melding, and I think I might have to go to my hideout here to actually get this to be working properly.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
All right, so with this, I ended up with 2,168 shield, 143 life. I did change the ascendancies, so we'll go check that first here. So chaos damage does not bypass energy shield now, so that's a big positive. And that's how you would run this build to make it work. Otherwise, you're just dead instantly. And then we did grab a couple things on the tree here. We grabbed Eternal Youth, so the energy shield recharge instead applies to life, and that's all switched around here. And we got Zealot South. And with all that set up, you end up getting energy shield recharge, regen per second. I got 1,100, whatever. We do regen 2% on the Ivory Tower itself. And a life recharge is also 1295, and then that allows us to run the Righteous Fire no problem. And I think my damage previously, before the changes, I was on the tooltip. It was like 280 something, or 28,000 something. Now it's 51 something. So it's doubled, tripled my damage, whatever. Damage is a lot better. But I'll just quickly go over the fishing rod setup here for running to get your own fishing rod. Anyone who wants to farm their own, because the prices are insane. And the whole point of the surfcaster is to get a fishing rod. It's pretty important for the build. These things are also great to run with it, because you're going to have a 100% chance to crit on everything. It'll be always crit. These are cheap. Fishing rods are not. So I'm just going to quickly switch over to this, and then we'll go over the farming method. And I'll keep the stream kind of brief, and then I'll probably restart it just so I can download the VOD later, and I'll make a proper video on it. It's kind of tough to record the videos myself, because the other computer I'm using has no monitor. The monitor's busted, so it's all over NDI. And it's just easier to grab the VOD. So that's why it'll be a short stream. And then I'll stream again after for a longer time. So let me just get all this stuff back on here. We're missing this and this, which isn't even really needed. Okay, and so the two ways to do this is you can go right to the grain gate and run it off the waypoint. If you're fast enough, it's actually not too bad. That's what I did for a while. This way is a lot faster. You would go to the Imperial Fields, and then you would run down to the bottom of the map once it loads here. Run down to the bottom of the map. And then you'd enter the grain gate from here. And it's a lot quicker this way. You'll find the mobs to do this. And the way that it works is with the tricorn helm. Wait for it to load again here. Okay, so the way that this works is there's a hidden stat on here that it doesn't really list, but it gives you a higher chance of finding fishing rods when you kill unique mobs, so like bosses and stuff. And this zone happens to have a good mob cluster of unique monsters. And so your best chance of getting it is probably doing this, because you can run it very fast. And then you can just reset the zone. It's all RNG based, but usually you get an entrance into a building either there or they're down here. In my experience, when it's on the left side, it's usually very quick. And you can find them here. That's where I got the fishing rod. If this entrance is on the right side, for me, it's usually been a longer zone, and I just reset it. Sometimes it'll be over on this side here, and that's fairly quick. We'll run this like another 2 or 3 times here. Just so I got some content for a video later. Alright, this is probably going to be a long one. So these ones are not ideal. If that's the case, I'll go check the right side, and then we'll probably end up resetting the zone if it's not there. Actually do need those. Getting a bit of lag here. Yeah, okay, it's over here. It's not too bad. All right, we'll do one more, and then probably go and start the stream, and then I can download that VOD later, and then we'll do some maps or something. I wasn't really going to do a video on this, but I did actually find the fishing rod, and it's probably going to be useful for somebody out there because the prices are insane. I mean, even if you don't make the Surfcaster, you can probably still make some currency. This is a long one. I'll try and go down here a bit. Let's see. Yeah, this one's no good. Unless it's just over here. This one. Hopefully this one's just down here. Yeah. To be honest, if you can get it in less than 100 runs, it might be worth running to get 2 fishing rods and then just sell one so you got all your gear. And then keep the other one, obviously, for your character. Of course, you'd still want a character that can do this. I was only going to do the one more. We'll do this last one, I guess. All right. I will be right back. I'm going to relaunch the stream just so I don't have to download like a, I don't know, 20 gig VOD. I'd rather just have a small one to download. And then go do some maps. So I'll be back in like a minute.